So, let us jump straight in. I don't know if there's actually going to be any intro stuff here, so I can talk a little bit about the teams first. Yesterday's match, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, in CJ versus Khan, they just like went straight into the game. But alright, looks like we're gonna have a little bit of downtime in the beginning. That's good. So, looks like the first players out are going to be Crazy-Hydra and Best. Alright, let me get my little overlay thing going. Oh, look, we have a little bit of foreshadowing here. All SKT has to do is play their most Gosu Protoss on the lineup, and they will take out Flash. Alright, fix this. Oh, look at KT coach cracking his neck. He knows what's up. Okay, that is fixed. Just need to pull that over there. Alright, perfect. And as you can see, we are in the WCG studio once again. I believe CJ versus Khan, and in this match, we're both played at WCG. So that's quite cool. Anyway, so KT versus SKT, rematch from last season's finals, where KT, oh, spoiler alert, KT barely won out. It went down to the last game. It was still best of sevens, right? So it went down to game 7, and it was Best versus Flash, and Best just got completely rolled by the Terminator Terran. But he's back here, playing in set number 1, leading off for SKT. So immediately, now, alright, I don't know if you guys read the prediction, but I was showing this on the stream just now. But Mustaju made like a crazy prediction for this set. He basically predicted every single player, like the exact order of the players and exactly how the games would go. And he predicted, I think, Crazy-Hydra versus Bisu here. So he got it half right. So that's pretty good already. Anyway, looks like we are getting started here. Now, this season, I mean, KT and SKT have both been kind of top teams for quite a while now. I mean, last season SKT won the Winners League format, and then KT won the whole thing. But the new format, best of 5, no ace match, really hurts KT a lot. So I'm kind of, you know, to be honest, I don't think their chances are too good here against SKT. I mean, so far their record, they have 2 losses under their belt. They actually suffered reverse sweeps against both Air Force Ace and Team 8, I believe. Yeah, Team 8. They got ahead 2-0 by playing Flash and Stats in the first 2 sets, and then they lost the next 3. And it looks like they've changed their strategy this time, because they're sending out Crazy-Hydra first, and I think that's a good idea. Because what I was thinking was, right, if KT keeps trying to like just muscle their way through the first sets by sending out Stats and Flash, you know, other teams can just send their rookies first and just, you know, send some cannon fodder for Flash and then win the other 3 sets, exactly as what we saw last week. So I don't think that's a viable strategy to keep doing, and indeed the KT roster coach has mixed it up a little bit. But anyway, here we go into game number 1, a PvZ on Chain Reaction. It's going to be KT's Crazy-Hydra on the right there as the red Zerg, and that will make Best the blue Protoss on the left side. Alright, so I think I had something else interesting to say. Can't remember. Maybe I just didn't have anything. I just deluded myself into thinking I was more interesting than I actually am. Anyway, there's Best. You know, funny thing is, Best actually used to wear glasses too, and he doesn't wear them anymore. But nobody really cares, like they do with Stork. I'm not really sure why. I guess Stork's glasses were just way cooler than Best's. Anyway, he's gonna put a pylon here at the front, most likely gonna go for a Forge Fast Expand. Let me actually just double check. Oh, I think the background sound is a little bit too loud now, isn't it? Alright, I just reduced that a lot. So hopefully the sound balance is okay now. I don't want the Koreans to be too loud. I do like having the Koreans a little bit in the background, but of course this is an English cast. So yeah. Anyway, so we've got some fangirls in the crowd. I think Kiet went to this live, right? Let's see if we can find Kiet. Kiet should be standing next to a bunch of white guys. If we see like a little tiny Asian girl standing next to a bunch of white guys, that'll be Kiet. Somebody actually mentioned that earlier. That's why I remembered. And there's Bunky, looking creepy as always. Oh, Bunky. Bunky. I wonder who's in the Bunky suit nowadays, because, like, since it's only a best of 5, they have, you know, more players who won't be playing. They have more options for Bunky suit duty. Anyway, it was an overpull from Crazy-Hydra. There is a very pretty... I was gonna say a pretty booth girl, but she's not in the booth. I don't know what but she seems to be like a staff member, though, because she's wearing, like, a badge thing. There are some old guys, not nearly as interesting as the pretty lady just now. Seriously, they even put the camera on those old guys for even longer. What's up with that? Ah, cameraman, come on, man. Come on, dude. So, yeah, we have the gas as well. Interesting. It looks like Crazy-Hydra's going for a 2-hatch build here, or at the very least, or at least a 2-base build. He's gotten his gas very, very quickly, not doing the standard 3-hatch at 3 bases before a gas. Although I do think, just from the minimap, I think I saw a drone moving out to the 12 o'clock, so I think he's going to get that. Anyway, looks like we have a nice audience there. Okay, so he is going to get the 12 o'clock base, but that's still quite a quick gas. So let's see what he uses that for. Perhaps going to go for some kind of quick muter or something. I mean, the air distances are quite close, so that could be good. But you know what? I would actually prefer some kind of fast drop play, like a Hydra drop or a Lurker drop. I mean, because the architecture of the map is very much like, say, I mean, the base layout is kind of like Tau Cross, where you just have a wall around your base. So it's very easy to just drop across that. It's kind of like Heartbreak Ridge as well, in the sense, just the way the bases are laid out. So I think maybe a fast slow drop or something would be quite fun, quite cool to see. Now, Best, historically, his PvZ has not been particularly amazing. His PvT has always been his best matchup. That's why SKT tries to use him to snipe Flash unsuccessfully last season, but that's besides the point. So, you know, I wouldn't really... I'm just thinking because, okay, my point is, Best is not the most amazing at PvZ, but he beat Jaedong when SKT played against Team 8. So SKT has only played one match this season, and they 3-1'd Team 8, with Best actually taking out Jaedong in set 4. So that was extremely impressive. So I don't know if Best has like completely reworked his PvZ and is now amazing or something, but I guess we'll see in this game. Of course, one game is not enough to show that he's super Gosu, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, it looks like we have the cybernetic force spinning, so I would imagine that is +1 air weapons, and he's indeed getting a Stargate. And looks like nothing crazy coming out of Crazy-Hydra. Lol. He is just getting the Spire as normal. Yeah, his gas was just a little bit faster. Anyway. I believe those buildings will be Stargate and Citadel. I don't think the Observer clicked on the top one, but it's probably a Citadel of a Dune. Just doing the standard PvZ here. Gonna go up to get some Templars. And one thing... Okay. No, actually no, never mind. Oh, looks like Zergling speed is finished. That probe's gonna get chased down. Looks like Crazy-Hydra actually only made 2 Zerglings, which is nice, but that means that Best only needs 1 cannon. So that's a nice little optimization by both players, as you can see. If there were 6 slings out, he'd probably need 2 cannons to be safe. But now that there's only 2, since the scouting probe only saw 2 lings, he only needs the 1 cannon. I assume those are the parents of one of the pro gamers. Anyway, okay, now I was just gonna say the point I was just trying to make earlier on was Best didn't have anything scouting his back door. Behind your main on this map, there is a temple, a destructible temple, and a mineral patch that can be mined out. So I was a little bit curious that Best was not keeping an eye on that, just to make sure Crazy-Hydra wasn't doing anything too cheesy. It looks like he does have something there now, I can see on the minimap. And also, earlier, I mean, he did have the scouting probe alive for quite a while, so he did see that Crazy-Hydra was just making drones and not making lings and stuff. I mean, that's one of actually the important things that you know, some of the like lower level players don't realize is when you have a scouting probe in the Zerg's base, a very important thing to look for is not just like what buildings they're making, like what the tech is, but also what's coming out of the larva. And there is a random photographer white goal. Was that never GG? I know. I don't. But no, she doesn't do the photography for them anymore, does she? I don't know who that was. Cause she had like what was that, like a We Made shirt as well? Huh. Anyway. What was I saying? Ah yes, larva. Check what's coming out of larva. Lings, drones, etc. Oh, it wasn't? Except says it wasn't. I have no idea. I just randomly picked never G, because seriously, I was like, okay, white girl with camera at a Pro League event. Like the only person I know is never GG. So whatever. There's a white guy. He looks a little bit like Manifesto, but hairier. I wonder if Manny's watching this actually. Manny's been streaming, guys. Manny's been streaming. You guys should watch him. He's got a featured stream now. Anyway, let me go back to the game. It looks like it's actually completely standard, despite what I thought was a bit of a fast gas there early on. He's gotten his den, he's got one evolution chamber, he's got his 5 hatches up. So he's just doing a standard 5-hatch Hydra. It looks like it's going to force a couple of extra cannons out of best, since he has gone heavier on the Corsairs. And, oh, looks like he's going to try and sneak a DT here into the third. Is he going to be able to get these Overlords? That's actually a lot of... I don't actually know how many Corsairs are stacked there. It looks like he's got quite a few. And he's going to force the drones away, but the drones actually can't go out there. Oh no, they're getting blocked by the mineral patch. A Hydra's going to come back. There's no detection still. No, it looks like Overlord speed is finished, so he's going to bring some more Overlords in to help out. So it didn't quite work out for best, but that was a pretty cool move. Looks like +1 has finished on those Corsairs. Wait, oh wait, no, I know who that is. That's Torch's girlfriend, isn't it? Isn't that Torch's girlfriend? That's like a different girl from before. Ah, guys, okay, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna stop commentating on the game, and we're gonna play Guess the White Girl. It's gonna be like that. Isn't it like some board game where you like guess who the people are? We're gonna play that. We're gonna play Guess Who the White Girl Is. All right, it's exciting. I hope they show some more. Anyways, looks like +1's being researched. Plenty of units and cannons now at the front for best. Of course, see, normally you wouldn't actually need to make so many cannons at the front. But because Best has gone for the the fast +1 Corsairs, massing Corsairs, his ground army is a lot weaker than a person who only got like the 1 or 2 Corsairs for scouting. So he does need those extra cannons to be safe. And it looks like he's now gonna push out of his base here with a bunch of Speedlots and High Templar. And Crazy-Hydra is gonna have to pull back with his army. He did I actually don't know if he killed the Forge. He killed the gateway at the front. I don't know if he killed the Forge. So a couple more gateways being made. A robotics facility at the natural there. And interestingly, Crazy-Hydra actually hasn't made any static defenses at his natural. He just has like 1 spore at his third. So kind of skimping on the defenses a little bit. And I like that because he had the bigger ground army just now. He was kind of keeping a pseudo contain on the Perdos, so yeah, no need to make excess sunkens. There's only 2 High Templars for Best though. He's made a ton of speedlots. I'm a little bit concerned by this. I don't know why he doesn't have more Templar. I mean, I know he's spending a lot of gas on the Corsairs. That's generally what happens when you go for the mass Corsair play. You are obviously spending a lot of gas on that. So you're shorter on High Templar, but only 2 Templars still at this point. Seems a little bit scary. It makes me a little bit nervous. And I mean, speedlots are nice, but once you get enough Hydras, speedlots are really not effective. You need this Ionic Storm to help you out. Okay, looks like he's got another Templar now. He's getting a few Dragoons. He's rebuilt his Forge in his main. So it looks like the Forge at the front actually was killed. And looks like a big spread of Scourge in the main base. Floating over the main. Dude, that's like in one of those like end of the world movies where like all of a sudden all the birds start flying all over the place. Man, it's like end of the world in Crazy-Hydra's base. Anyway, looks like the Corsairs do go in anyway, and oh, looks like storm, huge storm on the Hydras. Nice reaction though by Crazy-Hydra pulling those out, but his army's on the retreat. The Corsairs are doing some damage, but the Spore Colonies in the main is going to defend his Overlords for now. Crazy-Hydra Crazy-Hydra, his army, I don't know what happened to his army. He had like a lot of Hydras just now. I don't know where they all went. I thought he had a lot more dudes than that. Anyway, Best is now trying to get his third base up. There's a Ling there, but not quite denying that properly as it should be. And if we just look at the supply counts, 127 for Best against only 76 for Crazy-Hydra, a 50 supply lead at this point in the game. Best definitely in a nice spot here. He's got to get a storm off. Looks like no storms. Scourge coming in. They might snipe some observers. Storm! Nice storm, but pretty good storm dodging by Crazy-Hydra, but there's just so many Protoss units, it doesn't even matter. Best is rolling through here. Best seems to have fixed, or not fixed, but greatly improved his PVZ or something in the offseason. Because this is really, really nice. Taking out Jaedong, and it looks like he's going to take out Crazy-Hydra here in game number 1. Crazy-Hydra, I think, though, he did snipe the observers with his Scourge, so that one lurker is going to deny, or is going to halt the attack for now. Meanwhile, Crazy-Hydra did actually get a 4th base up at the... What is that, like the 1130 position? I don't know. But Best third is going up as well. Now, Crazy-Hydra has a Hive. I don't see any Hive tech. At the very least, he would have gotten the Adrenal Glands upgrade for his Zerglings, the crack upgrade, as they call it. And looks like he does have +1 carapace as well. I'm not sure what upgrades the Protoss is at. Looks like only +1 attack, so Crazy-Hydra's Lings, once they get the Adrenal Glands, are going to be quite effective against the Protoss army, but Lings by themselves are not going to do too much. Looks like a Lurker coming in. There is the KT Rolster bench. We saw Reach there in the background, the manliest Protoss known to man. Nice storm on the Lurkers and Lings, and another nice Observer snipe though. Is one more observer in the back though, and Crazy-Hydra doesn't get it. No, a second Observer also coming in here. Crazy-Hydra's just trying to buy time. This is actually a really nice tactic for Zergs. You just run Scourge and Overlords around sniping Observers. One Scourge will take out one Observer, and then you can just like hold your bases with a single Lurker, or 2 Lurkers, and it's really annoying tactic for the Protoss to deal with, but Best just has way too much stuff right now. Looks like 2-0 has finished for him as well. He's going to take out this 4th base of Crazy-Hydra. Crazy-Hydra going to go back down to 3 bases. Best will be up at his own 3 bases. And even bases, Protoss versus Zerg is very nice for the Protoss player. Looks like Crazy-Hydra's just completely switched into pure Lurker Ling. He's stopping Hydra production altogether. Well, apart from using them to make Lurkers. Apart from that, he's not making Hydras. And that's not really going to cut it. I mean, that's a lot of Dragoons. Nice storm on the back Lurkers. He's got to be careful with the Observers. There is a Spore Colony there, but it doesn't really matter now. The Zerglings are going in here, and actually, Crazy-Hydra coming in from the back, but oh my god! Perfect storm. I hope he clicks the High Templar. All the Lings just like piled up into the storm there. They didn't even spread out. They just, oh man, going side by side into the storm. 20 kills on that Archon, and of course it does carry over the kills from the High Templar. And Best is constantly rallying units in here, not letting up the pressure one bit. Massing in the reinforcements now. Looks like there is a Defiler out for Crazy-Hydra. It doesn't seem to have consumed yet. It's not eating any Zerglings. And one Archon gonna get even more kills. Crazy-Hydra. Crazy-Hydra's in trouble. And it looks like Best is now going to go and attack the 3rd base. The Observer showing that the Evolution Chamber is there. He might actually snipe a crucial upgrade there. That'd be quite good. Oh, looks like a couple of High Templar getting caught out there. A tiny blunder by Best to allow those Templar to get caught there. That is one danger when you're sending in reinforcements. And GG from Crazy-Hydra. I didn't even get to finish my point. Best taken game number 1 for SKT. Not the best start for KTF, but however, this has broken the pattern of KT winning the first 2 games and then losing the next 3. So actually, I think this is better than them winning the first game. All right, we're gonna go superstitious stuff.